Hi, I'm Adele Bolt, the geology teacher here at Huish. If you want to know more about the Earth's composition, how it can sustain life in the past, the present and the future, and what we must do to manage its resources, then geology is a subject for you.
I would definitely recommend the course. If you especially like the physical side of geography, it's a great course to go to. There's a bit for everybody in it.
If you've got a fossil collection at home that you've had since you were 5 and you want to learn more about it, then this is the subject for you.
It combines chemistry, biology, physics and geography to understand more about our wonders of the world and the planet. The course we do here is brilliant in the way that it does not really expect you to just regurgitate the content back. It's far more analytical and evaluative. You become a detective. Here's the evidence, what does it show, and what does it mean about the environment at that time?
So one of the best things about the course is what you can learn, you can also apply outside of the college, so you can see it just outside in general.
I find it quite fun walking along, say, a beach with my family, picking up a rock and spouting off how it was made and things like that.
Another reason to take geology is to learn through practical experiences. If you enjoy working outdoors or enjoy practical sessions in the classroom and indeed in the exam, which is really practical as well, you'll find this field of earth science is just for you.
In the lessons there's a lot of theory, but then again there's also a lot of practical work.
The practical side of it I quite like a lot. The fact you can turn around and you can see the rock you're looking at, they're all over the place. Then there's also the experiments you take part in, your upstairs in labs. Again, more logic and more applying that you can reference back in exams.
Field trips are also a really important part of what we do, where you can get to apply what you've learned in the classroom into real life situations, but also learn in that environment as well.
You go on many trips in geology, such as in the summer you go to Dawlish, you go to Hartland Quay and you go to Dartmoor. This can really reinforce your learning as you can see the clear processes and they're world-class geological sites that you can go to, which are really helpful to reinforce any learning that you've done.
There's a few things in the exam that I'll ask you to prove that you know how to do, and that's what we practice in the fieldwork. So it could be like using a certain tool, for example. Again, it's another reason why it's so good.
Talking about the exam, in every question, there's a resource, a rock, a mineral, or a map that you have to interpret or draw information from. Whilst I'm not saying it's easy, I am saying there is so much to help you show your knowledge and understanding. It's okay in the exam to say, I don't agree with that statement, or the answer is nothing, there's no pattern going on, as long as you justify your reasons that you've given.
Geology is one of the few subjects where you can put I don't know down onto a paper and you can get marks for it. So I quite like delving down those rabbit holes and saying, well, is there some way we can find out?
In terms of career options, the world needs geologists like never before. The oil and gas industries are enormous, along with mining, construction, water and engineering, where the expertise of good geologists is in high demand. Graduates go into roles such as sustainability, consultancy, geological surveys, waste resource managers and hydrogeologists. In fact, in year 2 in the autumn term, we go and visit a local consultancy in Watchet where a few of our ex-students are working there. There are also many opportunities, of course, in education, management and finance and government. During your geology course, you develop a wealth of transferable skills alongside subject-specific expertise, all of which are highly useful if you decide to go down a route that's not geology related.
There's a lot more processes in geology that interlink with all of them and link them all together in a great big web. And it's important that we understand that because it could help us solve the problems we have today, like global warming, for instance.
The syllabus we cover starts with the internal Earth, where we go through quite a lot of the GCSE myths and throw them out the window. Then moves on to minerals, which is really hands-on, and then we go to sedimentary environments, leading to our first field trip in the spring. We then move on to igneous rock forming processes and rock types, which is our second field trip up onto Dartmoor to go and have a look at the Dartmoor granite. We look at mesomorphic rocks as well and deformation, where we head off to Hartland Quay for the day to see the amazing folds and faults on that coastline. Year 2 sees us drawing cross-sections from geological maps, which most students absolutely love, and which is a personal favourite of mine. We look at geological time, early Earth, and we examine the many mass extinctions and climate change events the world has seen. We look at the key fossils that tell us so much about the fossil record. And of course, we look at evolution and the demise of the dinosaurs and the rise of the humans. We then move on to Quaternary, the most recent geological period, and we look at the glaciation events that have shaped our recent history.
The teachers are really friendly and they really like to help you with any queries or anything.
Adele makes videos that she'll use for homework, but they also make a really good revision thing that you can just go back and watch idly if you want to.
Oh, I constantly annoy my friends with how much I mention geology and try to bring it into conversation just because I really love to speak about it.
So if you like interpreting, analysing graphs, a little bit of data, drawing and doodling, and if you're a tactile thinker, then geology is for you. See you next year at Huish.